This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. Thank you very much for taking the time to join me today. As always, it is very much appreciated. I hope you are all enjoying the week so far. We're now heading into March 2025. It's currently Thursday afternoon, the 5th, as I record this video. What I've got coming up for you today is we're going to take another look at a Classic Watch 26 Possible, I think, today, that is currently based and running in South Africa, ahead of a dual classic action at South Africa this weekend at Turffontein, I think it might be. I'm not entirely sure. But before we take a look at the horse, I do always like to tell people where they can find the horses. ClassicWatch26.great/site.net is where people are able to find this year's edition of Classic Watch. You'll see there it's got the three areas on already that we've looked at. Australia, New Zealand and South Africa at the moment. The Roll of Honour is taking shape. There's probably only 10 horses on the site. There's no horses from, say, Europe or America on there yet. We tend to do them now as the classics get a bit nearer. Try and keep the site to as many classic runners as possible and hopefully get some winners along the way. The site's already taken out 3 classics. Observer has done his bit. He's taken out 2 classics, and there could be more to come. And Ole Dancer has also won a classic out in Australia for us. So we've still got New Zealand and South Africa ducks to break this season so far currently. Before we start taking a look at the horse as well, I will also mention the Patreon channel, my own Patreon page. Newman Racing, it's called. It's a bit of a mishmash, really. It's fair to say, a few resources on there. You will find a lot of the National Hunt Racing has moved to Patreon since I decided not to do a National Hunt Racing website. So the YouTube channel here really is just so I can embed my own videos into my own website. You know, that's the only reason it exists. So basically, as soon as I decided I wasn't doing a National Hunt video, I decided to move all the content to Patreon just to protect it a bit. And it's still going quite well. There's still plenty of horses going there. Hopefully, as we lead in to the March Spring Festival at Cheltenham Racing Festival next week, there will be some more coming up in the next couple of days. So why not head over to Patreon? There's some free stuff over there as well. A lot of stuff reviewing content over there as well. Reviewing the performance of my horses, that's also over there as well now. Anything basically that doesn't need to go online is on Patreon these days. But Classic Watch 26, until I find another way to embed videos into my websites better than this, will also always remain on the YouTube channel at the moment. Speaking of which, it's about time really now to get on with the horse we're going to take a look at today. And it's this horse here. Trust is the name of the horse, a colt trained by Candice Tammy Dawson out in South Africa and owned by Messrs M.L. Neshtat, the Gary Player Stud Farm Limited, Ralph's Racing Limited as well. The horse is sired by an Australian bred stallion called Heavenly Blue and sired out of a South African bred dam called Frankly, who herself was sired by legendary British stallion Frankel. Interesting horse, this. I do think it's quite an interesting horse. The horse has never been out of the first 3 in its career. The horse has had five races, 2 wins, a second and 2 thirds, for current earnings of 741,594 South African rand in his career, 2 wins and 3 places in his career. The horse has won at distances of 1,200 metres, which is 6 furlongs, and 1,600 metres, which is 1 mile. You'll see that this race, the horse has entered, is Turffontein, standside. On the 7th of March, the horse has entered in the South Africa Classic, held over 1,800 metres. Anything with the Classic in the title, we're there this year. And it's our first year of South Africa racing. Don't really know what to expect. As long as they're Group 1s, then we're there. We've already been caught out like that with our horse winning a Group 2 Classic out in New Zealand, which unfortunately didn't break our duck, sadly. The horse isn't even on the site. And that's how disappointing that was. But yeah, this horse here, interesting, I think. Had never raced at 2, this horse. made its debut on the 6th of September 2025 in a race we're going to take a look at later, winning at Turffontein on the inside track in a maiden plate over 6 furlongs to break its debut win. We always like to see a horse win first time out. The horse then was up to a furlong and contested the Group 3 race on its second start, the Graham Beck Stakes, where the horse finished second out of 15 horses. And then on the 29th of November, the horse made its pattern race breakthrough, winning the Group 2 Jackpot City Dingans, a Grade 2. I've got no idea of the concept of that race, but again, up-in trip to 1,600 metres and ridden on the day by Sereno Moodley, who has ridden the horse 4 on its 5 starts. Since then, the horse has flattered to deceive. You know, it's been beaten twice. It's been beaten in the Green Light Stakes, where the horse could only finish third at 1,400 metres. And then back up to a mile, it was beaten in the Gauteng Guineas, the Grade 2 Gauteng Guineas, where again, the horse could only finish third. So rather like our last 2 South African candidates, the horse isn't really coming into the race on the best form. But the horse is a Group 2 winner at 3-year-old and at the track. You know, and I'm hoping now that they're going to let the horse stride out a bit over to 1,800 metres, the first time the horse has tried the trip. And I'm hoping there could be more to come from this horse, Trust. It's a very interesting horse, I think. What we're going to do in usual fashion is we're going to watch the horse win twice at the end of the video this time. We're going to watch it win first time out at Turffontein, and then we're going to watch it win the Group 2 Dingans as well. And before that, we're going to take a look at the pedigree of the horse. You'll see, though, that on the Pedigree Online Thoroughbred database, they've got this horse down as not running. But they are telling us what dam line the horse is on. The dam line of the horse Trust is 5B. But unfortunately, there's nothing there in the form. But we do know that this horse is a Group 2 winner and has been placed in another 2 pattern races. So safe to say the person updating this site for this horse could do a better job. It's fair to say, but the horse, as long as the horse does the business, that's all that matters, really. It's got an interesting pedigree, I think. It's fair to say. It couldn't really. Some of them people might remember going around in the UK. It's not much of a South African pedigree, but there is some very interesting horses on this section of 5B. So we're going to take a look at the first 4 dams of the horse, and that ends us back up at Tremoja, who is quite a decent, in my view, Aga Khan broodmare, who was born in 1971. And then we're going to take a look at the first 4 dams of the horse, and then we're going to try and find any well-bred horses along the way, as we usually do. And then we'll watch the horse win twice, as I've already said. So we'll keep this tab open just in case we need it, just so we can refer back to the dams. Before we take a look at the dam, we're going to take a look at this horse here, Truth, a colt born in 2021. Another horse sired by Heavenly Blue out of Franklin. Truth raced 9 times in his career, 4 wins and a second. So 5 out of 9 starts in the first 2. Sorry, I'm unable to tell you how much the horse won. They haven't told us there. But I can tell you, looking at this, the horse is a Group 3 winner out in South Africa. The horse won the National Currency Sprint over 5.5 furlongs, a race held at Turffontein for what's looking like the same connections. So they've already had a Group 3 winner out of this dam. Messrs Nestat, GJ Player and Ralph's Racing. So hopefully this one will be a bit better. Well, it already is a bit better, isn't it? Group 2 winner over a bit further. But yeah, full brother to this horse. Group 3 winning sprinter, Truth. Take a look at the dam now. Frankly, a South African bred mare. Born in 2015, sired by Frankel out of a dam called Little Fastnet, who is herself an Irish bred mare. Frankly raced 14 times in her career, 1 win and 1 second. She only managed to trouble the judge 2 out of her 14 starts when she raced in South Africa for career earnings of 112,400 South African rand. No black type gained on the track, but you'll see she is already a dual black type producer. Frankly was bred by M. Nestat as well, G. Barber and MC Gerber, and bred by Chloravai Stud. I'm assuming that is out in South Africa. So the dam, not quite pattern race class in 14 runs. She did manage to trouble the judge, though. I couldn't really find a lot between the second dam and the third dam. I did find this one horse that ran around in South Africa, Little Ballerina, a filly born in 2021, sired by Vercingetorix out of Little Fastnet. Again, though, the Pedigree Online Thoroughbred database not even telling us that the horses ran. We had to go back to the South African site that I use nowadays. Well, I think it might be an Australian site to convert everything into Australian money. Little Ballerina is the horse, and people will see that she has actually raced 11 times in her career, 3 wins, a second, and 2 thirds. That's where I'm finding that. Just there. 6 out of 11 in the first 3 for career earnings of 1,228,625. South African Rand or Zimbabwean ZAR Rand. Presuming it's raced in South Africa, this horse. Yeah. You see, this horse wasn't that bad a horse, to be fair to it. It was a Group 2 winner, or a plate race, sorry there. The juvenile plate race. It was a Grade 2 winner. The horse won the South Africa Fillies Nursery, a Group 2 race over 1,160 metres, which is held on the 6th of April 2024 at Turffontein, a Group 2 winner. The horse was also third in a Group 3 there and won the Cape Racing Sales Cape Slipper, first out of 20. I'm sure she won a few quid for that. Yeah, 781,000 Rand. So this won a big sales race and then went and won a Group 2 race, came back and won a plate race. Since then, though, the horse has been somewhat struggling a bit. Like a decent sprinter, it's fair to say, this horse. Decent 2-year-old, but there's not really much that has come after that. But yeah, this is out of a Little Fastnet as well, this horse. Little Ballerina. Little Fastnet, as we're at the second dam now of Trust. Little Fastnet, Irish bred mare, born in 2011, sired by Fastnet Rock out of Damson. Little Fastnet raced 6 times in her career and she was third on 2 occasions, 2 out of 6 starts, and she managed to earn €2,030 on the racetrack. So again, rather like the first dam, both dams of this horse haven't really fired on the track, sadly. Yeah, but they have bred reasonably well, I suppose. Requinto is an interesting horse. Requinto is a horse also out of Damson, so is therefore a half-sister, half-brother to our horse. Requinto is a horse born in 2009, sired by Danstilly out of Damson. Requinto raced 8 times in his career, 4 wins and a third. So 5 out of 8 starts in the first 3 for career earnings of £98,428 in his career. Requinto, former stallion and Group 2 winner of the Flying Childers of 2011. The horse also won the Group 3 Malcolm Stakes at Goodwood and the listed Tipperary Stakes, which surprisingly is held at Tipperary. The horse went to stud in Ireland and Italy between 2013 and 2021 before heading to Saudi Arabia to continue his stud career. Couldn't really find much record on area of how many exact stakes winners he sired, but the excellent JBLIS again did give us a certain bit of clue. The horse did sire 2 individual listed winners at least, the winner of the Ascendant Stakes and the winner of the listed Bosra Sham Stakes. But there doesn't really seem to have been a lot else. A Group 2 placed horse there, Broken Stones, but yeah, doesn't seem to be a lot much there. The listed winner there, the listed Tipperary Stakes placed horse, he managed to win himself. So yeah, it's unfortunate. Yeah, not really the best sire, it's fair to say, Requinto. But he is a full sister, full brother to the second dam of our horse. This horse is quite interesting, I thought. Last Kingdom. Horse born in 2014. This one is also sired by Frankel out of an Irish bred mare called Compelling. People will see that Damson is the second dam of this horse. Last Kingdom got off to a good start in his career. Look, in the first 5 starts, he was out of the first 2 once and earned €111,000, 910. Not really much else after that, though. Look, The horse, they seem to have totally missed the second half of his career, which was in Hong Kong. Well, I don't think the horse managed to win one race. But in France, when he was trained by Andre Fabre and owned by Prince Faisal, this horse was decent, running to Racing Post rating of 110, look there, when it won the Group 3 Prix Daphne of 2017. Of course, was also fourth behind Eminent in the Group 2 Prix Guillaume Donano. Oh, these are the 3-year-olds, sorry, my mistake. So it's a winning 3-year-old, Group 3 winning 3-year-old, this horse was, when it defeated Spotify by a neck. And then the horse was sold by Prince Faisal to Hong Kong and just made up the numbers, really, it's fair to say. But the horse was a Group 3 winner at its best at 2. Another horse I found was Dubai Honour, a gelding born in 2018, sired by Pride of Dubai, another Australian bred horse out of Mondelez. People will see that Compelling is the second dam of this horse. Dubai Honour, globe-trotting superstar, you have to say now. Dubai Honour, 35 starts in his career, 10 wins, 11 places and 2 seconds in his career. 23 out of 35 starts in the first 3 for career earnings of £5,157,973 UK pounds in his career. Absolute credit to connections this horse has been. At 3, the horse won 2 Group 2 races, the Prix Guillaume Dornano and the Prix Dollar out in France. And he was also placed in the Champion Stakes at Ascot and 4th in the Hong Kong Cup. At 4, the horse didn't really fire, placed in the Group 2 York Stakes, 4th in another Group 1, but the horse never won a race. It was when he went to Australia that the horse found its form, winning 2 Australian Group 1 races in 2023, the Ranvet Stakes and the Queen Elizabeth Stakes. The horse was also 3rd in the QE2 Cup. The horse really did improve with age. At 6, they all brought it back to Europe, and it was good enough to win the Grand Prix de Saint-Cloud at 6. In 2024. The horse was also 2nd in the GP von Baden and the listed Churchill Stakes and the Grand Prix de Chantilly, and then added another Australian Group 1 victory as well to his efforts, winning the Tancred Stakes as well as finishing 2nd in the Queen Elizabeth Stakes in Australia, the Grosser Price von Baden in Germany, the Group 2 Prix Consul de Paris in France, and the Wildflower Stakes, a listed race at Kempton. He's also a listed winner in England as well, that's Southall, in the Churchill Stakes that year. What a horse. Champion horse, really, for connections, the gelding. Done really well. Pattern races taken out in more than one continent there. Trained by Willie Haggis and owned by exors of the late Mohammed Abeda. And bred by Matcha Bloodstock and Meridian International. Credit to everybody involved there. Horse has had a terrific career. You'll see there's Damson is the 3rd dam of this horse, and Compelling is the 2nd dam. A couple of others that I found along the way. Tazara, a filly born in 2021, sired by Blue Point out of L'Explorer. People say that Damson is the 2nd dam of this horse. Tazara has raced 9 times in her career, 2 wins, 4 seconds and a 3rd. 8 out of 9 starts in the first 3. For career earnings of €72,000 and 17,200 UK pounds in her career so far. I suppose this horse might be coming back at 5 next year. A winner of the listed Prix Bonneval, sprinter, placed in a Group 3 race as well, the Prix de Seine-et-Oise and the listed Chelmer Filly Stakes. I think it's an all-weather qualifier, isn't it, that? A listed race at Chelmsford on the all-weather as well. But yeah, Group 3 place listed winning sprinter, owned by E. Babington, A. Hoyo and N. Holmes. Interesting horse. A bit speedy, though, for the sort of races we're looking at. Mr. Lightside is another one I found, which is probably coming in the same boat. A colt born in 2022, sired by Earthlight, out of a dam called L'Explorer again. So this one arguably has done quite well, looking at the stallion again, Damson. Mr. Lightside, 4 starts in his career, 2 wins and a 3rd. In his first 4 starts for £18,860 in Great Britain. The form of this horse tailed off rather spectacularly. Michael Appleby trains it, but at its best, the horse was placed 3rd in the Group 3 Moulton Stakes, a 5-furlong sprint out in the UK at Glorious Goodwood. But again, we need some more stamina influences, don't we? We seem to have plenty of speed. And here's some more. The third dam, Damson, a mare born in 2002, sired by Entrepreneur, out of a dam called Tadikira. Damson raced 8 times in her career, 4 wins and 1/3, 5 out of 8 in the first 3, for career earnings of €154,942 and £50,135 UK pounds. Good horse. Our first Group 1 winning mare. The third dam of our horse is a Group 1 winning 2-year-old in 2004, winner of the Phoenix Stakes at the Curragh. The horse also won the Sprint Stakes at Naas and is down as winning the Group 1 Queen Mary Stakes of 2004. Unless that race has been relegated, that race is a Group 2 race now, I think. But yeah, it might have been a Group 1 in those days. But yeah, Group 1 winner in Ireland anyway, and she was also third in the Group 1 Cheveley Park the same year, over 6 furlongs. I remember this one, Coolmore horse trained by David Watchman out in Ireland, and as we know, a black type producer from some of the horses that we've looked at. So you have to say, really, this is the first of our dams which have done it on the track. We've had to go back to the third dam to get the Group 1 form that we wanted in the Epona Bloodstock bred Damson. But yeah, it's an interesting horse, this South African horse. And we need to keep digging, I think. We need to keep digging. So that is exactly what I did. We went on to the fourth dam now, Tadkyra, a mare born in 1989, sired by Darshan out of Trimoja. Tadkyra raced 5 times in her career, 1 win, 1 second and 1/3, 3 out of 5 in the first 3 out of 5 in the first 3, for career earnings of €22,258 in her career in France. Tadkyra, no black type form at all, sadly, owned and bred by the Aga Khan, and the horse was sent to the USA, returned to Ireland as a breeder, and she is a black type producer from the horses we've looked at, such as Damson. And the rest sort of descend from her as well, really, that we've looked at. Did find some other interesting horses between Tadkyra and Trimoja. Amerigo was a gelding born in 2005, sired by Daylami out of Geminiani. You see that Tadkyra is the second dam of this horse. Again, they've not got this horse racing at all on the Pedigree online thoroughbred database. But the horse did race. It raced owned by Bjorn Nielsen and trained by Michael Jarvis. The horse managed to finish second in the Group 3 Queen's Vase in 2008 when it ran to a Racing Post rating of 94. Didn't do a lot much else, ran with credit in some decent handicaps, but it never quite made that pattern race level breakthrough. Group 3 placed horse, did try it in 1 novice hurdle, thrashed by Sumerian. But yeah, Group 3 placed horse, Amerigo was, not that you'd know if you looked at it on that site, the Pedigree Online Thoroughbred database. Another horse I found was Cadillac. People might remember this one going round. A gelding, born in 2018, sired by Lope de Vega out of Seas of Wells. People will see that Tadkyra was the third dam of this horse. I really did have to dig deep on Tadkyra to find anything between these 2 dams. But yeah, Cadillac went round quite well. Cadillac raced 20 times in his career, 5 wins, 3 seconds and 2/3. 10 out of 20 starts in the first 3, for career earnings of £279,616 UK pounds in Ireland, Great Britain and the USA. This horse was trained by Jessica Harrington in Ireland. The horse was a dual Group 2 winning 2-year-old in Ireland. It won the Group 2 Juvenile Stakes, at 2. At 3, the horse won the Group 3 International Stakes over 1 mile 2 furlongs out at the Curragh. And at 4, the horse was a listed winner of the Glencairn Stakes at Leopardstown. Also 4th in the Group 1 Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf at 4. It was really kept to listed level, really, at the ages of 3 and 4. Kevin Phillipott Defoe had a go with it, George Bowie as well, after Jessica Harrington, but it ran in mainly listed races, and then it was down to handicaps then at the end. But it did run. It did run with credit in its early days when trained by Jessica Harrington it's fair to say. Group 1 fourth, Group 2 and Group 3 winner. Good horse, but they gelded it, sadly. Owned by Alpha Racing and Sheikh Abdullah Al Malik Al Saba, and bred by Sunderland Holdings Incorporated. Arguably the best horse we've found directly on our line, apart from ours, this one. Tiraz is an interesting horse. Tiraz, a horse born in 1994, sired by Leofan out of Tarikana. You'll see now we're down to just Tremoja. Tremoja is the second down of our horse here. Tiraz raced 10 times in his career, 5 wins and 4 seconds, 9 in his first 10 starts in the first 2, for career earnings of $221,761 US in his career. This was actually a classic winner. The horse won the Group 1 Prix Royal Oak, which is the French St Leger, and the horse also won the Group 3 Prix Gladiateur as well. So we're starting to see a little bit of stamina seep into the line now, which is also good. The horse second in the Group 1 Prix Cadran as well. Stallion at Ballycurra Stud in Ireland. National Hunt Stallion. He's not a bad one. He was actually the sire of horses like Finian's Rainbow and others. He sired Tiraz. Not a bad horse, it's fair to say. Whiskey Baron, a gelding, born in 2012, another Australian bred horse, sired by Manhattan Rain out of a French bred mare called Tazkara. People see that again, we're at Tashria now, Tashdia, Tremoja, all the way back to the 4th dam of Whiskey Baron. Whiskey Baron raced 17 times in his career, 6 wins, 4 seconds and 3 thirds. 13 out of 17 starts in the first 3, for career earnings of 3,382,000 South African rand, or dollars they're saying, 18,225 British pounds and 12,500 UAE dollars. Good horse, Whiskey Baron, a South African horse over a trip. Just what we needed to see. Winner of the J&B Met and the Group 2 Peninsula Handicap of 2017. The horse was also placed in the Group 2 Celebration Mile at Goodwood. Must have tried it in the UK at one stage. And it also won the Group 3 Winter Guineas and the Group 3 Winter Classic, both races held at Kenilworth in South Africa. Oh no, it was second in both those races, sorry, my mistake. So the horse is a Group 1 and a Group 2 winner in South Africa. Very good horse. Exported to South Africa in the end, raced in South Africa, England and the UAE. Owners CNR Keyswetter and Ridgemont Stud, and the horse was bred in New South Wales at Arrowfield. Very good horse, Whiskey Baron, it's fair to say. It was a pleasure to find him as well, I can tell you. The 5th dam of our horse is Tremoja, a mare born in 1971, sired by Silver Shark out of Ternera. Tremoja, according to this, is unraced, and she was bred by Francois Dupre, sent to Ireland for her breeding career. But yeah, it's then really that you're on the line then that you need to be on. We can show you it now on the historic dam line 5B, which revealed a bit more. It's fair to say this is an interesting horse. You'll see there that Ternera and Tremoja are on this site, bloodlines.net. People still have to access the site through the Wayback Machine, though. Unfortunately, it's still down to the general public and people that don't know that the Wayback Machine exists. You know, there's Tiraz, the horse we looked at, sired by Leofan, the 1990s. Well, it could have won any year. The French Ledger's not restricted to 3-year-olds. But if people go back a bit further, look on the direct line, they can find a little bit historically. If they look at horses like from Texana, who's very interesting, we might as well show you these 3 horses now. Texana, a mare born in 1955, sired by Relic out of Tosca. Texana actually won 12 of her 15 races, and she earned 745,950 French francs and £206. Don't forget them. Very good sprinter. Look, she won the Prix de l'Abbaye. She also won the Prix de Arenberg. Both those are still pattern races now. The Prix de Reds d'Or is still a pattern race now, I think, as well. Not sure about the other 2. But yeah, she's a Group 1. That is now a Group 1 race, the Prix Abbe. And I'm sure it was in those days as well. Very good horse. Another one bred by Francois Dupre, Texana. But yeah, very interesting horse. You'll see that Tosca and Heroica, your people aren't going back that far on our horse before they end up on them. There's Trimoja, the 5th dam. There's Tenera, Texana, there you are. Look, you see the 8th and the 9th dam. So we're just looking really at the distant pedigree now for a few horses just to pad it out a little bit so people really do know what they've got. There were 2 horses that we found. Marwong, a horse born in 1984, sired by Whiskey Road out of Toscan Girl. Marwong won 5 times and he won 783,910 Australian dollars. Not really telling us much else on this site, is it? We do know from the other site, though, that he is a classic winner. Winner of the 1987 Coalfield Guineas. Also won out in Western Australia, the Railway Straights, as well as winning the Group 2 Far Lap Stakes. That's some good races they are. And the Group 2 Caerleon Cup as well. That one not so much these days. But yeah, the other 2 races still pretty good. And the Railway in Western Australia is what it is. But yeah, Group 1 winner, Coalfield Classic winner. Couldn't find much record of it siring much at stud though, sadly. Anywhere. Mukhtar, a horse born in 1982, sired by Nishapur out of Maltiva. People will see that this one is going quite a way back, really. It's a good horse though, Mukhtar was. Don't quite know where he fits into what we're looking at though. Oh yeah, he's all the way back up here. If people go back to Heroica, which is I think was the 9th dam of ours. You see that she's well back in the pedigree of this horse as well. She must be the 6th dam of it. Yeah, she is. Mukhtar raced 7 times in the first 7 starts, won 6 races, and earned 2,725,800 francs. Back in the day, he must have only lost 1 race in his career. And what a career he had. He managed to win the French Derby, the Prix de Jockey Club of 1985, and the horse also won the Group 2 Prix Greffoil, the Group 2 Criterium de Saint-Cloud. I think that race is a Group 1 now for 2-year-olds. The Prix Hockart Group 2, and also winner of the Group 3 Prix Niel. A stud from Ireland from 1986. He's a top-rated French 2-year-old, top-rated French 3-year-old as well. Very good horse. Didn't really find much record of him standing stud in Ireland, though. His best horse seemed to have been sired in Japan, because he sired the winner of the Group 3 Nikan Sports Show Shinzan in 1989, Mayano Petrus. Couldn't really find a lot of the Chester Stakes winner. So there obviously was a few horses there. That's Tarikana, one of the dams on our line. So she won the Chester Stakes. There's an Italian, then the rest are just Japanese stakes winner there. So the horse must have obviously spent some time in Japan as well. But yeah, he weren't a bad horse. That's clear to see, looking at that. Another horse I came across was a Tawiya. A Tawiya was a mare born in 1989, sired by Dominion out of Turaya. When our Trimoja was the 3rd dam of this horse. Tawiya raced 15 times in her career, 3 wins, 4 seconds and 3 thirds, 11 of 15 starts in the first 3, for career earnings of 82,153 UK pounds in her career. She raced very well for owner and breeder the Aga Khan. She managed to win the CO Wellpowered Stakes and the listed Rochestown Stakes at 2. And then she was placed in the Group 1 Moyglare Stud Stakes the same year. She was also classic placed in 1992 in the Irish 1,000 Guineas. Group 3, which is then Matron Stakes, that race shot up the grades, doesn't it? She was also 3rd in that as well, and placed in the listed Renaissance Stakes at the Curragh as well. Very good horse. Sadly died on the 1st of August 2013. Classic and Group 1 placed winning 2-year-old. Classic placed, decent horse. Group 3 unlisted winning classic placed horse. It's fair to say. No one will ever take that away from her. Very good horse. And she's also the dam of Arcano, is she not? No, the 2nd dam of Arcano. Arcano, a horse born in 2007, sired by Oasis Dream out of Tawishiya. Arcano raced 5 times in his career, 3 wins and a third, 4 out of 5 in the first 3, for career earnings of and 52,054 UK pounds in his career. Arcano raced well. A Group 1 winner at 2, winner of the 2009 Prix Morny. The horse also won the Group 2 July Stakes at Newmarket before finishing third in the Group 3 Greenham of 2010. The horse entered third in 2011 at Ireland and then went to third in 2016 at Allevamento di Besnati in Italy, where the horse has cut somewhat of a niche for himself. He's still standing as a stallion in Italy now. The fee of €4,000. Yeah, he's still standing at Agricola di Besnati, where he was then. So they've been happy with him. They've had him 9 years in his career. You'll see he's foaled a good few horses. Biggest crops were definitely foaled before he went to Italy, though. He sold 90s and 80s in his first 4 crops. But the horse Arcano has foaled 556 foals, of which 488 of them have ran. 309 of them between them have won 1,157 races. And the horse has sired 17 individual stakes winners of 25 races and 7 individual graded winners of 8 graded races. So yeah, the stallion has been pretty much what he is, really. Going to Italy hasn't obviously helped, but people would probably turn around and say, well, he's there for a reason. His horses do take a while. Look, 41,000 compared to 10 and 12 at 2 and 3. So people need a lot of patience if they've got a decent one even. And the colts outweigh the fillies from 58,000 to 29,000, even though the fillies have won more graded races. Yeah, he's quite versatile over sprints, over distances. But mainly gone round, you'll see, in 189 have gone round in Great Britain, 200 have gone round in Italy, 90 have gone round in Ireland, 39 in France. And you'll see there that the most graded winners have been in 3, where he signed 3 in Italy, 3 in France, and 2 in Britain. So yeah, the sire pretty much has been what he has been, hasn't he? It's fair to say. Who's his best progeny? The best progeny is Eulalia. That was the Italian Oaks winner, Group 2. Spinning Memories won a Group 3, the Prix de Montry Group 3 race. I thought you might have won 2 Group 3 races there. Cathy Dream, Just Glamorous. There's not really a lot, is there? Sired by Arcano, it's fair to say. But yeah, the stallion has found a living out in Italy, so he's done well. Some horses don't manage to do that. Sword Fighter, a gelding born in 2013, sired by Galileo out of Tarbella. People see that Tawia is also the second dam of this horse. Sword Fighter raced 10 times in his career, 3 wins, a second and 2 thirds, 6 out of 10 in the first 3, for career earnings of £139,953 UK pounds. Sword Fighter, I think was owned by JP McManus. I was going to say, I thought Aidan O'Brien owned it. The horse won the Group 2 Colour Cup of 2016, and the horse also won the listed Queen's Vase at Royal Ascot the same year. Group 3 and listed winner gelding there. Sword Fighter. Gilt Edge Girl was a Group 1 winner. Gilt Edge Girl, a mare born in 2006, sired by Monsieur Bond out of Tahara. People see that Tawia is also the second dam of this horse. Gilt Edge Girl raced 18 times in her career, 6 wins, 3 seconds, 6 thirds. Very consistent horse. And the 15 out of 18 starts in the first 3 for career earnings of £217,137 UK pounds. This horse won the 2010 Prix de l'Abbé. Not the first winner on this line, is it? Group 1 sprint at Longchamp. And the horse is also a Group 3 and listed winner, winning the Group 3 Ballyoden Stakes at Leopardstown and the listed Lansdowne Filly Stakes, which is a race held at Bath. The horse was also third in the Group 2 Golden Peacher, which is one of Germany's best sprints, at 4 in 2010, a race held at Baden-Baden. So it's fair to say that she had a good career for her owners at various points, and breeder Whitby Manor. She ended up being bought by the Niarchoses to breed horses. And one of them was actually a black type horse, Times Arrow, the horse born in 2014, sired by Reduced Choice out of Gilt Edge Girl. Times Arrow raced 15 times, 5 starts, 4 wins, 9 out of 15 starts in the first 2, for career earnings of €99,026 racing in Great Britain and France. You'll see there Times Arrow was the winner of the listed Prix-Savant at Maison Lafitte for owner and breeder Flaxman Stables. So they got their pattern race winner out of her in the end, horse trained by Patrick Segor out in France. Godfrey Street is another one that was going around quite well, managed to win the Group 2 Flying Childers. Not the first time we've seen that. On this one was actually bred by Miss N. Ralphs, who is involved in this horse with Ralphs Racing. Godfrey Street, side by Compton Place, out of Tahara. So Tahir, the second dam of this horse as well. Group 2 Flying Childers winner in his day. £93,435 won in his career. And he was in the first 15 of his 50 starts, including at his best Group 2 level. Interesting horse, it's fair to say. Group 2 winning sprinting 2-year-old. Arabian Dusk is a filly born in 2022, sired by Havana Grey out of Lady Macduff. This one, Tawiya, was the 4th dam of this horse. Arabian Dusk's raced 8 times in her career, 1 win, 2 seconds and 2 thirds, 5 out of 8 starts in the first 3, for career earnings of £127,695 UK pounds in her career. Arabian Dusk managed to win the Group 2 Duchess of Cambridge Stakes in 2024 and was 3rd in the Cheveley Park. Very good 2-year-old. And also finishing 2nd in the Group 2 Sandy Lane Stakes last year in 2025. There might be more to come from her if you're interested in this line. It's trained by Simon and Ed Crisford. Bit of a sprinter though, so I probably will leave it. But yeah, very good sprinter at her own level. Stratum, the Tony Bloom horse, gelding. Born in 2013, sired by Dancilli out of Lunar Phase. Stratum has raced 34 times in his career, 8 wins, 8 seconds and 2 thirds. So that's 18 out of 34 starts in the first 3. For career earnings of $515,855 US dollars, that is, isn't it? Yes. In his career. Excuse me. Stratum, a bit of a dual purpose horse, really. Willie Mullins has got it now, but it was trained by John Gosden. It was placed in the Group 2 Lonsdale Cup at York. Of course, won the Cesarovich at Newmarket. It was also placed in a Grade 3 novice hurdle, the 4 auction novice hurdle as well. So, yeah, Group 2 placed and Group 3 placed hurdler. Stratum, and you see he's on the same bloodline as our horse. Very interesting, this damn line. Seems to have a little bit of everything at some point, doesn't it? And when we come across these horses then as well, I've got to touch on these, because these two are also on the Tremoja line. You'll see Tremoja is the 5th dam of both these horses, Tarnawa. A filly born in 2016, sired by Shamadal out of Tirana. Tarnawa, 18 starts in her career, 9 wins, 4 seconds and 2 thirds. Very good horse. 15 out of 18 starts in the first 3. For career earnings of £3,413,594 UK pounds in her career. Tarnawa only finishing 2nd in one listed race at 2 in 2018, but then the signs were there. The Group 2 and dual Group 3 winner at 3, winning the Blandford Stakes, the Blue Wind and the Give Thanks Stakes. But it was at 4 she really thrived, winning the Breeders' Cup Turf and the Prix Vermeil and the Prix Opera, as well as the Group 3 Give Thanks Stakes as well. At 5, she managed to win another Group 3 Ballyroan Stakes, 2nd in the Group 1 Irish Champion Stakes, and also 2nd in the Arc de Triomphe the same year, horse trained by Dermot Weld. Retired following the 2021 Breeders' Cup. What a horse. Very good horse she was, it's fair to say. And of course, she was a full sister to Tahira. Tahira, born in 2020. You'll see she was a bit more precocious at 2. Tahira winning the Moyglare of 2022. She was also a classic winner, of course she was, winning the Irish 1000 Guineas and the Coronation Stakes and the Matron Stakes. 2nd in the UK 1000 Guineas and 3rd in the QE2. What a filly and what a career she had. Another one trained by the genius Dermot Weld. She has a 2025 filly by Justify on the ground, according to that. Tahira raced 5 times and was never out of the first 3, winning 5 times and earning £1,241,470 UK pounds. This horse sired by C-Uni out of Tirana. So full sister, that was. So yeah, there are all these horses lurking in the background of our horse trust. It's just a shame that he's sort of not managed to really hammer home the point in those last 2 races in 2026. But what we're going to do now is we're going to show you a couple of races. We're going to look at the maiden plate horse here, the race when he won first time out, and then we're going to look at the Group 2 Dinghans. So I will close a few tabs down, I think, now to save on some CPU. And we can take a look at these races now. We're going back now to the 6th of September 2025 at Turffontein. I think all these races are. Yep. And this is the maiden plate that the horse ran in and won on debut over 6 furlongs. Let's take a look and see what we think, shall we?
Final shove in. All set and racing away from that 1200 metre marker. Beginning well was Total Eruptions up there with Monkey Puzzle, Seed Seeker, and on the far side District Attorney is also going right up in the vanguard too. As they pass the 1,000, it's District Attorney that now led it by just over a length. Seed Seeker is racing in second position, Total Eruptions third. Then came Monkey Puzzle and Trust towards the inside. Ubermensch is racing further back. Then came Say a Wish, and at the back is One Eye on Vegas has got 7-8 lengths to find. Down the strip they come, 700 metres left to go. District Attorney led it by a length and a half from Total Eruption and Seed Seeker. Then came Monkey Puzzle. Down along the inside is Trust. One Eye on Vegas is starting to cut them back, has got 5 lengths to pick up Ubermensch further back, and then came behind those Say a Wish. Entering the last 300, down the inside is District Attorney, Seed Seeker. Down there inside of the track is Monkey Puzzle. One Eye on Vegas is also trying to close it in, is hanging towards the inside. It's Monkey Puzzle, the leader. On the outside, Seed Seeker. Trust is moving up strongly down the inside. Trust is coming home strongly and will get up. Trust will go on and beat Monkey Puzzle. One Eye on Vegas third. Then behind that, Seed Seeker. Then came Ubermensch. Further back was District Attorney, Total Eruption, and at the back end of the field was Say a Wish. Well, One Eye on Vegas was quite a way back, started to hang inwards onto Seed Seeker, but then Seed Seeker started to hang outwards onto One Eye on Vegas. While this was all happening, Trust has moved up powerfully down the inside for Serena Mudley to win going away, and it'll be number 7, Trust, the son of Heavenly Blue, that will get it right today. Serena Mudley, well done to Larry Nestor. These are Gary players' colours.
Very interesting performance that was, wasn't it? I thought that horse there, it was fair to say, looked like it was probably beat, wasn't it? But whether it was, as the commentator said, whether them horses in front of them just laid into each other and lost a bit of momentum, or whether it was more a case of our horse just staying on the strongest and being the best horse in the race. I mean, he was the down at the end, the jockey. Trust, once he got past them, the jockey there was fairly confident, it seemed, that the job was done, and it was. Group 2 debut winner over 6 furlongs. Trust was. That was a good performance, as you have to say. They then waited around 8 weeks to the 1st of November 2025 before they turned up in the Group 3 Graham Beck Stakes, a race over 7 furlongs where the horse could only finish second. But the horse did earn another 76,000 Zimbabwean South African rand for his troubles, to go with the 62,000 he had won on debut. That's where all this can be found on this site, if you're wondering. It's then the horse headed to the Dinghans over 1,600 metres and a mile. The Grade 2 held, again, like I said, at Turffontein at the end of that month, the 29th of November 2025. That's the race I think we're going to take a look at now, I think. And this will be the last race we take a look at, because the horse hasn't won since this race. So without further ado, let's take a look at this race now, and then we will see what we think. Excuse me.
just about ready. It's the Jackpot City Dingons, 1,600 metres and away and racing. Very nice start for them. All systems go, got away well. Whispering Death, Echo Check Trust is up there in the early stages. Jan van Gooyen is caught a bit deep. Behind that is Copper Eagle, Singleton Sam. Further back then came along the inside Tin Pan Alley with Zala Taurus. Tommy Shelby races about 7-8 lengths off the leader with Chronicle King, Tenjiku, and Shadow Fax will be the trailer. The runners work their way now to the last 1,200 metres, and out on the lead is Echo Check. They're not going that quickly, but Echo Check has picked up the lead here from Whispering Death in second. In third is Jan van Gooyen. All systems go in fourth. Then came Trust, Zalatoris and Copper Eagle. Singleton Sam is 7 lengths off the leader with Tenjiku, Chronicle King. Tin Pan Alley's got 8 or 9 lengths to make up with Tommy Shelby racing second to last, and Shadow Fax is the trailer in the Jackpot City Dingons now as they turn for home. 650 metres left to the line here, and Echo Check the leader by 2 lengths from Whispering Death. Jan van Gooyen is down the centre of the track with Trust and Copper Eagle. In behind that is All Systems Go. Tin Pan Alley got 3 lengths to make up. Then came Singleton Sam. 400 to go, and Jan van Gooyen has struck the front. Trust is towards the outside. Copper Eagle. Then came Tin Pan Alley and Zalatoris inside the final 300. It's Jan van Gooyen, the leader, a length. Trust is trying to close him down. Trust is coming home at Jan van Gooyen. These two pull clear of Shadowfax. Down the outside, Trust picks up the lead of the Dingos from Jan van Gooyen, and Trust goes on for a big payday. It's Trust from Jan van Gooyen. What a run from All Systems Go in third. Shadowfax in behind those, and then came Copper Eagle. It's Candace Dawson's big payday with a 3-year-old Trust. In the silks of the Black Knight, Gary Players on course today. He grew up not far away from Turffontein Racecourse, and 90 years later, he has won one of Johannesburg's best 3-year-old contests. It's a classic. It's gone to Trust to beat Jan van Gooyen half a length in a wonderful finish. All systems.
I mean, it might be a classic according to him, but it's not a Group 1 race, so we never classed it as such here at Classic Watch. But yeah, how good was that performance? Don't forget it was a very good performance, I thought that was, you know, from that horse. Jan van Gooyen is a classic winner out in South Africa. That was the winner of the Cape Guineas, I think, or the race with the race we had before that. I couldn't find one in. But yeah, Jan van Gooyen, very good horse in South Africa. And Trust went with it well there, with the first two well clear of the field. It's fair to say. I mean, if Trust can replicate that sort of performance, then surely he will prove to be a classic horse, this Group 2 winner. If he turns up in this Group 1 Classic this coming weekend, there's a good chance you'll see this horse on Classic Watch 2026.great/site.eu. That's not right, is it? ClassicWatch26.great/site.net. Well, that's a long time since I've had one on that domain. Where's that come from? ClassicWatch26.great/site.net. Sorry, my mistake. So, I mentioned the Patreon channel quickly as well. I do like to mention the Patreon channel as I sum up the racing, the video, sorry, just in case you're catching the end of it. Just make sure you check out the Patreon as well. Newman Racing, it's called. There's various contents on there, various sort of content. Sorry. But people can see plenty of stuff on there, mainly to do with the National Hunt racing that is taking place, starting really next week at the Cheltenham Festival. There's plenty of big racing to come, but that's for another day. I think I can think about leaving this video here now, I think. Thank you very much to everyone who has sat with me and watched this video. I've enjoyed making it, and I hope you've enjoyed watching it. Can Trust do the business if he's allowed to enter the Classic coming up? Time will tell. What else I can offer you is an opportunity to subscribe to the channel. If you've not done so yet, if you subscribe to the channel and you enable your notifications correctly, then you will be able to not miss a video that I upload onto YouTube. You have to do a little bit of work with the notifications, but it is fairly straightforward. And what else I can offer you is an opportunity to take a look at the rest of the Classic Watch 26 possibles, I think we can definitely include them as well. And so there'll be a list to the Classic Watch 26 Possibles playlist as well that is coming up at the end of this video. But for now, I think I can leave this video here. I think it's been a pleasure to bring it to you. It's getting a bit hot here in my house. That's why I'm summing up this video. Thank you very much to everybody for taking the time to watch it. Have a fantastic week, everybody. Enjoy the racing coming up. Plenty of classics on the flat. Plenty of races at Cheltenham as well, over the jumps, if you're that way inclined. Look after yourselves and your loved ones in the meantime. Have a fantastic upcoming weekend, everybody, and take care. Goodbye.